Neat.
All right. We are live on there. Hey, guys. All right. All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm here with Linda Gibson and Jeff Simon. I'm joking.
Who's going to be Jeff?
Hey, a big thank you to Desert Financial Credit Union for sponsoring our KRIM Community Spotlight program. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday morning. I had to think about it for a second. Thursday. It is Thursday, or as Randy Roberson likes to call it, Friday Eve. And for our guests in the studio this morning, well, I guess it is kind of like their Friday, I think, maybe, sometimes, depending. But I guess what we're going to be talking about, since one of the topics is a Friday program, I guess it wouldn't be that person's Friday. Well, hey, I'll stop rambling because in the studio we have Vicki Andrews. She is the Payson Unified School District Director of Technology and Innovation, and also Kayla Perry, Julia Randall Elementary School third grade teacher extraordinaire and coordinator of a Friday program that's about to get started. So good morning, ladies. Thank you so much for coming in.
Good morning.
There, good morning. I won't tell you, they were practicing that in the little waiting room there. They're like, we got to do this in unison. And they didn't. They didn't practice it once, and they still nailed it. So that just shows you how good they are. And good morning to everyone watching on our KRIM FM Facebook page. Katie Wakefield watching. Good morning to you, and good morning to everyone else watching and listening. And so, hey, this morning, and I always enjoy this, Vicki, when you're in talking technology, getting our geek on.
Yes.
I love it, because especially these days, I mean, COVID kind of
there's
opened
interesting
it
stuff
up.
happening. Good stuff.
Yeah, it is. I mean, technology has been a big part of education for a while, even though there may be a few, and it's a very, very small few out there that are like, kids need to be on computers less.
Yeah,
Like,
I get it. Yeah.
And, hey, they do need to be outside. They need to be well-rounded.
Balance.
But you can't be well-rounded without having exposure to technology and learning how to use technology because it's very prevalent in the real world.
Oh, yeah, very much.
So it's great to have a department that is taking care of all of the technology needs, handling all of that, and providing, computers for our children to use and for our teachers. And we'll hear about that. But so in the technology world, what are you going to be sharing with us today?
So, like you said, we think about technology in schools in terms of like the infrastructure and the computers and whatnot. Our role in the district has really changed. We are very focused on educational technologies, and so don't get me wrong, we still support all the backbone, as we historically have. But I mean, Kayla and I work very close together, right? Because we're talking about teaching and learning, and how does and with all of our teachers, right? How does technology support teaching and learning to have positive student outcomes? So I get it. Nobody loves the fact that for a period of time we had to work digitally, remotely, right? And we want that face-to-face with kids. But one of our board members and I were talking about it, and I said, but think of what the pandemic would have been like if we didn't have technology. Right?
No connection.
Year's worth of worksheets? I mean, if we didn't have that technology to facilitate at least virtual learning, like what would that year have looked like?
Yeah.
And I get that even, with snow days and whatnot, I mean, the board a couple of years ago had said, well, now that we have this technology, we should just move to virtual learning on the days when, it's impending weather or whatever else. And we want to do that to err on the side of caution for teachers, students, staff members, community members, etc. Last night, my 4 o'clock in the morning thought was, gee, I wonder on a day like that what the minor traffic incidents like fender benders, car crashes because of all the ice. Like how does that go up? That kind of statistic is something that helps us to say, yep, we made the right decision because it could have been one of our kids, it could have been one of our staff members, it could have been one of our community members, right? So while I get that we want to use, we want more balance. I totally agree with you in that. Technology helps facilitate all sorts of opportunities that affect academics, bringing experts into the classroom that maybe we don't have here in town, right? Or can't drive up from the valley, or can't, right? We can meet with somebody across the country or across the globe to learn about their areas of expertise. We can virtually go and visit someplace that maybe today, because of cost, I can't get to the Louvre, but I can go see everything that's in the Louvre, right? Affording these technologies for our students. So some of the other things that we're doing is we have just embarked on a program at the district in working with an organization called Varsity Tutors, which allows for students, at this time it's students grades 6 through 12, to get academic support, homework support, 24/7 with over 40,000 tutors in their program. There's information that we just finished testing everything. We've been working with Katrina Sacco over in Curriculum and Instruction, our principals, our instructional coordinators to get everything tested out. And today we put on Facebook, on the website, on the marquee, and we continue to inform how people can engage with Varsity Tutors. But the idea behind this program is virtually, online, a student can get support. So when they're struggling with that math problem and mom's like, I don't know, I wasn't good at math when I was your age, right? They can reach out and have support instantly, in real time, 24/7. That's huge, right? We couldn't do that without technology.
Yes, and the word that came to mind as you were sharing all of this, connecting.
Yeah.
Connecting, and you mentioned during COVID, teachers were able to stay connected with students via technology.
Yep.
The use of technology, where without that, there would have been almost no connection. And so you look at today,
how
and
much more isolating that time could have been.
yes, because it was isolating. It was for the majority of people. So you look at technology, and we're connecting with people in different ways these days. Technology provides that ability to connect, with professors, with tutors, as you were pointing out. Yesterday we had Banner Payson Medical Center in, and we were talking to Dr. Kukafka, who's in Colorado, and he's a sleep doctor and an expert in his field. Well, he provides his knowledge, and he does appointments with people here in Payson virtually, so we have access to a expert in that field, which we normally wouldn't have without technology. And the same is applicable with school. And it's great to see, programs like this being implemented into Payson Unified School District. It just provides our students more opportunities.
For sure. Yeah.
Which is great. So the tutoring program, this is really cool. And for those of you that follow KRIM on Facebook, I just shared a post from the Payson Unified School District page, so you can go there for more information and to learn about this tutoring program. But for students to have access 24/7, that's great. And the number, I forget, you mentioned
40,000.
40,000 tutors is this worldwide. Oh my gosh. So all the information that now is available, and I know with Google, and you can Google stuff, kids can look things up, but now instead of just looking up, maybe watching a video, they're connecting or able to connect with a tutor.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we can look at everything, right? We have a supercomputer in our pocket, most of us. So really, what we are just as conscious about teaching students all of the same types of things that we learned, right? Building those skill sets. But they are not as obligated as we once were for the memorization and the regurgitation of that information. But really to understand, how can you use that information, and make the world a better place,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
our kiddos are going to be working in careers based on technologies and innovations that haven't even come out yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, think about even when we were in school. When we were in school, we're a little older than you.
We're both a little older than Kayla.
Nanotechnologies did not exist.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't even, you
Yeah.
know, in development
Yeah.
30 years ago, right? And today, that's a whole science. That's a whole field.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, it's good. And so the tools, it's interesting kind of look at it as, you know, the resources and the tools that our children have these days.
Mhm.
It's kind of a little different than when we were younger and in our toolkit or toolbox,
Right.
you know, the tools we had and what we
And the
needed to
teachers
do.
that they teach with, right? They have
Yeah.
a whole different set of tools, too.
Yeah, but what you know is still the same is engaging with children and teaching them how to utilize those tools, giving them, I guess, the tools needed to be able to find those things, whether it's on their Chromebook, their phone, you know, get to those places. So it's connecting them or getting them to learn that process. It might be
How to
different.
discriminate, right?
Yeah.
Between good information, bad information, and use the right tools to find the right information.
Yeah, and also how, you know, to get to that place to where they can find the information or learn what they need to accomplish what they're looking to accomplish. Where for us, we had, you know, in the library, the card catalogs, we had encyclopedias, we had,
Yep.
you know, maps, globes, just different things tools that we were shown on how to use versus today, where it does tend to be more digital.
Right.
You
It
know?
really does. And it's funny because our kiddos, they just approach everything knowing that they have access to this, right, in
Yeah.
their pocket. And I when I used to keynote, I used to recall this situation when we drove across the country when we moved here a decade ago.
Mhm.
And my daughter's friend and I were talking about how when we were younger we didn't get to research things on Snoops to see if it was you
Yeah.
know, or to Google it and get
Yeah.
all sorts of different feedback. And she's like, wow, I can't imagine living like that. I have a thought and I just Google it. And I mean, it's true. That's what our generation of
Yeah.
you know, younger learners, that's their approach to things is. But I mean, even right now, so as an adult learner, I'm learning another language.
Mhm.
And so when I work with my tutor online and she says something, sometimes I stop her and I say, what does that mean? And sometimes she's still talking and I just Google Translate it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because 5 words ago I didn't understand that word, but now that whole sentence makes sense.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? So we all do it. Some of us just probably do it more consistently than
Yes.
others.
Yes, I know. Listening to my son in the morning, he'll get out of the shower and then go to his room. Alexa, what time is it?
Yeah.
Like, you could just look at the clock, look on your phone or whatever, but that's it, you know, the way he, you know, finds out what
Yeah.
time it is. Or weather. Alexa, what's the temperature outside? Instead of looking on the phone. So it's interesting, different ways to accomplish, you know, a goal.
It
Or
is.
to get information or to find out something.
And some of it's muscle memory, but some of it's biology.
Mm.
So one of the things that I'm super interested in after my graduate work was really kind of, you know, that Darwinian approach to are people learning differently because of the fact that we have all the technology. And there's a mass amount of peer-reviewed
Yeah.
research out there that really synapses are firing differently.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
We are holding that information in different places in our brains, and then you have muscle memory on top of it. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an
Interesting.
interesting world. we live in.
It is
Yeah.
very interesting. So that's great. Again, varsity tutors, and they are available now. Is this a?
They're available right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
And you said people can find out more information or learn about this on the PUSD
Website,
psd10.org.
psd10.org, yes.
Uh-huh.
On the website, there's a link that goes on the right-hand side, right to logging in.
Okay.
But there's a frequently asked questions document under families, under main header under families.
Okay.
There's information about the tutoring from there too. So that's
Wow.
Yeah.
That is great.
Yeah.
Great information, and this is for grades 6 through 12.
6 through 12.
All right, so middle school and high school.
Correct.
And Kayla.
Every student.
Every student.
Every student.
Every student. It is available to every single PUSD student, grades 6 through 12. And Kayla, you're working on a program or have implemented a program. It is
Yes, we started in September actually.
in September,
Yes.
beginning of the year.
Beginning of the
And this is a Friday program, and this is for the younger students, correct?
Yes, so this is for K through 5. So
Okay.
I've got those littles every Friday at our Friday program.
Mhm.
Last year it was more of a STEM program and it was only half day. So this year we've transformed it into a more fuller day, and it's not just STEM, it's reading and it's math and it's social emotional learning and teamwork building. And then I've brought in a lot of real world experience from the outside. So it's a pretty exciting program, and especially with the 4-day school week. Sometimes you need that extra day. Maybe you need some childcare. Maybe you want your child to have some more enrichment in their lives instead of sitting in an office, or just that extra opportunity to come and learn. So this program it's been going on since September, and we just take those little breaks, but we're rocking and rolling every Friday.
Wow. So are the times the normal school times then
We're-
for this?
We're 8:30 to 2:30, so
Okay.
it's a little bit shorter in the beginning and the end.
Okay.
So the kids, and it's only there's no buses offered, so it's just
Okay.
pick up and drop off. But the students come running in the mornings, and they go get themselves a little breakfast snack, and then their instructors will come pick them up, and they'll go on their day and their schedule. I like to call them camp hours, so they rotate through a variety of reading camps or math camps, and it's more small group based. So students are rotating in their classrooms with different activities that our instructors plan. So it's a little bit more than just a normal school day. It's more hands-on, it's more engaging. We don't have that big pressure of testing on Fridays. It's more of that relaxed, fun, educational environment that I've brought.
Kind of like camp a little bit. I like that reference. Yeah. But makes it, sound a lot more fun than maybe school. It's another school day. No, we got camp hours, and we're doing, these activities where, like you said, there isn't all that maybe pressure.
The pressure,
on the
yes.
performing.
Yes, and it's, that data component has kind of been taken out for the kids' sake, and I'm sure it's a nice break for them, because as a third grade teacher, I know I'm pushing my kids Monday through Thursday, and so that Friday is a nice little step back, different kind of environment, but the kids are still getting education, and so that's just really exciting. But I really wanted to focus on that real world portion of my program.
Okay. Yeah.
So yes, we have reading, yes, we have math, more fun activities, but we've had different things like water department come in, give a water cycle or a rock cycle presentation. We've had that. We've had a bats and spiders presentation during the fall
Bats and spiders.
where there was a tarantula guest, and then the kids would learn about the bats and pups to adults, so that was fun. We've had a urban safety development. It's like what do you do when you call 911? What do you do if there's an emergency? So we've had the Payson Fire Department and we had the Payson Police Department come in for a whole day to work with our kids on what it would look like. Make sure you know A, B, and C. They got to explore a fire truck, and
cool.
I mean, it was a really fun day that day. So those kinds of things. Every week, though, we've got Justin from Parks and Recs. He comes and he plays with the kids. And so the kids rotate, so he'll get a different grade level every time. And he just plays their games, and they love it because it's different. I also have Jan Chesser from Healy County Health.
Yeah.
She comes and she does the most incredible lessons. I've had some delicious curry she's made. I mean, she brings in the ingredients and makes the food there, and the kids are all a part of it. The older kids, they're learning how to cut up stuff with a knife. I mean, it's like things. I know you're that little hesitant, but no,
hey.
you need to be taught those things. And some kids have never even held a knife.
Mommy,
So
we were cutting
Friday school, I had an accident.
No. Janice is great. She's
She's
been in
wonderful.
a couple times. Does she take them on walks? Because I know she's a big walking advocate.
She is.
You
She
know,
is.
You need 5,000 steps or else you're sedentary.
You gotta have that, your
You
Fitbit.
need the 5,000 steps. Yeah.
She's really good at just that health component is the
Mhm.
food, and then when we transition to maybe something bigger next year, I'm hoping to bring dental health and things like that from just that health and how to take care of your body perspective.
Yeah.
So
And you know what? I'm gonna say it. Everyone listening. I know there's been different opinions, but I'm gonna say it. The 4-day week, I see a lot of benefits to
Me too.
it, and this is one of them. Where the big thing is, I hear people say, some people, again, just a very small, loud few, that just say, oh, they're not getting the same education. We're robbing a day, taking a day away from students. Where I've seen that on the high school level, and now grade school level, where there's that opportunity on Fridays. It's not like you guys lock doors up, the school shut down, no one's there on Friday, stay out of here, find something to do. But there's opportunities, and I know, probably these opportunities could have been worked in, and over the years maybe have been worked into a traditional or a 5-day, somehow,
Right.
have visits from the police and fire departments and so on and different things. But having that Friday, that 5th day dedicated to coming up with, and I think being able to look at each school district that maybe implements the 4-day week, they can look at what their needs are, where their needs are, maybe tailor that 5th day to their students. And that's something I'm hearing consistently, having Payson Unified School District in, and with all the different departments, everyone that comes in from Linda Gibson, the school superintendent, and Jeff Simon, principal, teachers, technology department, everything. It's about tailoring the education to the student.
Yep.
It's not, these days, it's not about, okay, here is our curriculum, here's what we're doing, and plugging all the students into that, but it's really trying to create that environment for, individual students, knowing that, it's very hard. You can't just make it individualized or, for every student. That's not
Mhm.
possible,
Mhm.
because you have all these students and there has to be some consistency. But, it's focusing on the child and, okay, what can we do, or how can we help them learn? And also real world, bringing in all of these components that not just the looking in a book or just on the computer all the time, or just listening to the teacher talk, but bring in these other components that help give
Tangible experience.
yeah, and it gives the children a more well-rounded education.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, and like you said, maybe those things are incorporated within the 5-day week, but having this extra day, you really can hit it hard and get more out of it. Because
Mhm.
at the higher levels, they have the robotics program, so that's really exciting for them, and that's
Yeah.
exactly.
And I think it was, the majority of people did look at a 5-day week, and they looked at a school schedule, and they would say, wow, there's just so much extra time in here. There's so much downtime. There's time where things aren't getting done because maybe other things had to happen or whatever. So kids were sitting idle. They didn't have something to do. The kids, because all kids are different, the ones that were like, go, 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 we want more, give us more. They wanted things to do. Well, in a condensed week, it probably works better for them because they have that, a little more rigorous or, schedule that they're boom, 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 moving. And then if they're on top of everything, they don't need that 5th day. There you go, you have it all.
Well, and we're also not compromising the instructional time. So on a 5-day week, if we were to bring in a guest speaker, and so, maybe you'd compromise science time.
You'd have to give that up.
right?
Yep.
To have somebody come in.
Yeah.
So, and then you're figuring out how to jam those minutes
You're
back
changing
in.
your schedule.
Whereas our student day was extended to
Yeah.
add more minutes and adjusted
Yeah.
internally, right? So that we do have those opportunities then that we can leverage on a Friday. And, whether it's visiting, going on a field trip, whether it's our sporting events, whether it's, scheduling special opportunities, etc. We have it's almost like we have more time now.
It is. I mean, we were able to go to the county fair. Very first day, we went to the county fair.
Mhm.
I'm working on planning a trip to the Tunnelfish Hatchery and
Mhm.
working on bringing maybe a park ranger in and having a National Forest Day, an Arizona Day. So
Mhm.
there's those opportunities, like
Yeah.
you said, that are more enriching and engaging for the
Yeah.
students.
Yeah, no, it is good, and I know with children, idle time is not good time.
No.
If there's idle time, yeah,
We're gone.
you're good. They're gone. You know,
Yeah.
and it doesn't matter what age. Maybe younger, you know, a little more so. But even in high school,
Yeah.
I mean, they get distracted. There's idle time. They're not focused on, you know, a task. Oh boy, gotta rein them back in.
Mhm.
Bring them back in. Do want to comment. There was it Jessica Lucero watching, say good morning, and also Tracy Franson
Oh, hey, Tracy.
said, incredibly smart ladies you have joining you
Oh,
today.
Thank you,
thanks,
Miss
Tracy.
Franson.
We really love
We
you.
love you.
There we go. No, that's is exciting. So the Friday program, it is available for students again. What ages?
So K through 5. So if
K
they're a
through
student
5.
at PES or JRE, that they're
Mhm.
able to enroll.
Mhm.
And all you have to do for enrollment, I have about 20 spots open across
okay.
the board for those grades. How it's set up is the kids are together. So kinder and first grade are together, 2nd
Mhm.
and 3rd are together, and 4th and 5th are together.
Okay.
So we have 5 classes that range through those grades. And so I have my 20 extra spots, you'd be plugged in, and those kids can have all these exciting opportunities. We run till the end of the year,
Mhm.
you know, except for spring break, but it's a wonderful opportunity, and it's my baby. So
Yeah.
building this program is really exciting, and I'm getting all these opportunities for not just the community to step in, but retired teachers have
Mhm.
come and volunteered their time, and they still want to be around the
Nice.
kids. And I have Barb Deweese, she's coming in and doing math intervention, and so
Mhm.
kids are getting some extra math time in just a small group with a wonderful retired teacher.
Mhm.
So
Nice.
there are those. It's a place for kids who really need some academic help. It's a place for kids who need some social emotional learning, or it's a place for kids who just want to have that teamwork building or those extra things that they're there for at school, and maybe they're not so interested in the academics, but that other stuff, because it's still going to help them learn.
Mhm.
You know, you're engaging in different opportunities and just sitting at home, you're going to learn something.
Yeah.
So
And you said it's a drop off and pick off.
drop off and pick
Pick
up.
up.
Yep.
And it's at JRE?
Only at JRE, so
Only
we're
JRE,
hosting both
okay.
schools at JRE,
Okay.
and so that's where it'll be at.
Right.
And I think that I really wanted to thank my instructors who stepped up.
Yeah.
I mean, I have teachers from and classified staff from all over the campuses and all of PUSD, and so they really come in and they just make their own lessons, and they have all of the activities ready for the kids, and they really built a community. We follow our CKH models just like we do Monday through Thursday, so those kids are getting the same kind of thing they would in their normal classroom, just a little bit different. So that consistency is there with our
Okay.
PUSD model, but it's a little more fun. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
And were there other people that you wanted to thank?
I think
anyone?
I really appreciate, you know, Jan and Justin, you guys coming in weekly, and then the fire department, the water department, Healy County Health Department, the police station, Officer Rush was integral in setting that up.
Okay.
So was
Great.
Jim Yates, he set up the fireside, so thank you guys. You know, if I had missed you, I really, from the bottom of my heart, I really love what this program has became, and it's everyone who's been a part of it has really built it up. So
And
it's
there's
awesome.
there's so many great organizations or people in the community that would love to help out, would love the opportunity to
Yes.
speak to children, show them, you know, different things,
Yes.
demonstrate.
So how would they do that, Kayla?
How would
So-
they get in touch with
So
you?
I have had people coming in just for the day, just to speak, and
Mhm.
you know, anything like that. If you have an idea, just shoot me an email or call JRE, and I would just set up a schedule and see what would you want to do, and then
Mhm.
go from there. I mean, if it's a more hands-on thing, and we can maybe take a whole day, or if it's just like an hour kind of thing, or if
Yeah.
you'd wanted to come and rotate through grades weekly.
Mhm.
So I kind of just meet. If someone was to come to me, I would meet their needs to get them in
Mhm.
there. So
Wow.
you know.
And if a student's not participating right now, do you have spots available? I mean, can
I have-
somebody start?
I have 20 spots, so I'm allotted for 100 students, and so
Okay.
right now I have about 76, 77,
Mhm.
and so there are a couple extra spots for kids to come and enroll. I need to hear by that Thursday so I can get them started the following Friday,
Gotcha.
but it's a really simple process. I have a Google form you fill out that I would send, and so the students can get enrolled.
And how would a parent they just reach out to you
So
directly, or they call Jerry?
So
What do they do?
so at this moment, it's the enrollment's closed, but I still accept new students. So just call Jerry.
Okay.
But after spring break, you can be on the lookout on the Facebook page for
On
a
the
sign up.
website?
So I
Gotcha.
I push that out every quarter for parents to just sign up then and there. So
Okay.
Yep.
But right now, people can just call
Right now,
Julia
you can call.
Randall Elementary School
yes.
and ask about
You
the
can Google it.
Friday program.
Yeah, the Friday program, Jerry, and they
You can ask Alexa.
You can ask Alexa, call Jerry.
Yes, Alexa, call Jerry.
No, you can look in the phone book.
Yeah.
There's
Okay,
still
look at
that
that.
option.
Yes, no,
No,
if you
there is.
go to jerry.pusd10.org,
Yeah.
it's at the bottom of the page is the contact information. Or
Yeah.
if you go to pusd10.org, you can choose from our schools and choose Jerry and then see contact information.
You can look in the yellow pages.
You can find my name, email
Do
me
we-
directly.
I don't know, I don't get them anymore,
Yellow
so-
pages.
Don't act like you don't know what it is, Vicki. You know what the yellow pages
I do.
are. I know.
I sit in
I
it
toss
when I
mine.
need more
I know.
to get higher up on.
That's right. Also, Lisa Marie Evans watching, saying hello,
Hi,
ladies.
Lisa.
Hey, Lisa was on as well and did a wonderful job when she was on the Community
Yeah,
Spotlight.
for sure.
Oh,
As both
yeah.
of you.
She was my first boss at Special Services when I started as a
Nice.
para, yeah.
There we go. Well, it's a little after 10:30 actually. This is great. I enjoyed talking with
Yeah,
you,
me
and thank
too.
you for all the information.
Thanks for
All
having
the
us.
Great information. You're so welcome.
Yeah, it was
all the
really
time.
fun, Chris,
Appreciate it.
thank you.
Yes, and again, if you have more questions about the varsity tutors, check out the pusd10.org website or Facebook page, Payson Unified School District. And if you have questions about the Friday programs for grades kindergarten through 5th grade, call JRE, Julia Randall Elementary School, and ask about that program or for Kayla Perry.
Yep.
All right. So thank you guys. Thank you everyone
Thank you.
for listening and watching. And thank you for taking the time to come in today,
Yeah.
both of you.
Thank
And,
you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Hope you have a great weekend. Even though it's Friday Eve still. It's not Friday. Friday Eve.
I'll be there tomorrow with the kids.
And I do want to say congratulations to our boys varsity basketball team.
Oh, yeah.
They had their first playoff game, hosting their first playoff game, and I think, wow, a while, 12 years or so, and they won last night.
Yeah.
Congrats, boys.
yeah.
Wow, great job.
Beat Bourget Catholic, so they're heading down to Fountain Hills on Saturday.
Ooh.
Exciting.
There we go, go Horns.
Go Horns.
Go Horns.
Hey, time to get back to the music with some Pure Prairie League, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, The Doors, and more. But first, let's get a quick update from the National Weather Service. All right. See you later, guys.